everybody, my name's Eric Hopkins, and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're finding me for the very first time, or you are a returning viewer and have not yet done so, please click that like and subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get all the notifications about when I put up new content right here on this channel. So Michael Keaton is now talking about the upcoming 2022 film, The Flash, and he's talking about what it's like to be suiting up as Batman again. So let's get over into the article here from The Direct. The DCEU is deep into the process of filming numerous blockbuster movies for the next couple of years, which includes Ezra Miller's long-awaited solo movie, The Flash. This movie has been in the works for most of the past decade, and it's gaining considerable hype considering Barry Allen is one of the few core members of the Justice League to not receive a solo story yet. With the multiverse coming into play as well, Allen will have a great deal of backup for the challenges he's set to face in the next year. Alongside Sasha Calle's Supergirl and Ben Affleck's Batman, The Flash will also feature the unexpected return of Michael Keaton's Caped Crusader from the 1989 and 1992 Batman films directed by Tim Burton. Coming back to the part after nearly 30 years, Keaton is already set to play a key role in the DCEU as he imparts his own wisdom and knowledge to the young Scarlet Speedster. After the extended delays in Batman appearances, Keaton's latest interview gave some details on the experience he had coming back to play The Dark Knight again. The Flash star Michael Keaton spoke with entertainment reporter and critic Kevin McCarthy during the press rounds for The Protégé on what it was like to return to the role of Bruce Wayne. When asked what it felt like to put the suit back on, Keaton could only smile while admitting that it was like riding a bike. While he didn't offer any specific memories, he reminisced on his days working with director Tim Burton and remembering, quote, what a risk Tim took with the movies that they made in 1989 and 1992. He said, quote, like riding a bike. Oddly, yes. And also, man, memories came flashing back. No pun intended, came flooding back. They did, just as I start thinking about what a risk Tim took and everybody else involved, really. I say this all the time. It's true. He started everything when it comes to, this whole thing. And coming home to an iconic role, Michael Keaton is clearly no stranger to the world of superhero movies after not only playing Batman twice, but also taking on the lead villain role of the Vulture in Marvel's Spider-Man Homecoming. Even so, his return as Batman came as quite a shock after last playing the role in 1992, especially given this version will now be one of 3 different Batman within the DC universe. The longtime megastar appears to be having a smooth transition back into the cape and cowl, although it likely won't come with quite the amount of physical action that it did in his younger days. Playing a sort of Nick Fury role amongst the current superheroes in the DCEU, his experience will undoubtedly help Barry Allen and crew in their upcoming missions. With The Flash still over a year away from release, the biggest question is how important Keaton's presence will actually be as the DCEU dives fully into the multiverse and takes on a new epic story. Whatever those answers may be, having one of DC's iconic portrayals within the DCEU should only help add to that excitement. The Flash will debut in theaters on November 4th of 2022. So yeah, if you haven't noticed on this channel, I'm a big comic book genre fan, and I'm absolutely thrilled to see DC kind of going to these links to bring back and maybe even play off some nostalgia a little bit, but also use that to their advantage to kind of build out the DCEU moving forward. Michael Keaton is obviously a lot older now than he was when he played Batman originally some 30 years ago, but as the article mentions, if he plays sort of a Nick Fury role, which is what the reports going around are, I think it'll be a perfect use of the character. Obviously, with Barry Allen's going to be running back in time and going to alternate realities and dimensions, and the multiverse, as I said, is in full effect in DC and in Marvel. So we're going to be getting these alternate stories where you can take older versions of the characters, bring them back. You can have alternate, different realities and things like that. Like I said, in Marvel, you can bring back an Iron Man. It doesn't have to be played by Tony Stark or by Robert Downey Jr., so to speak, but you can pluck a Tony Stark from a different timeline and bring him in. I mean, we just saw an episode of What If where they kind of showed, Captain Carter, Peggy Carter, in an alternate reality, she's the one who took the super soldier serum. That's not a spoiler. That was in the trailer. So definitely go check that over there, because the MCU is doing all this stuff with the multiverse and things like that too. And DC has been kind of playing with that idea for a lot of years with having different movies like The Dark Knight set in its own world, the Superman stuff with Christopher Reeve set in its own world. And now they're starting to kind of merge, or cross the streams to use a Ghostbusters reference here. And they're kind of bringing in the Michael Keaton version of Batman into the DC DCEU Justice League version of the character with Ben Affleck also being in this movie. A lot of people feel like this is going to be Ben Affleck's last hurrah as the character as they set up yet another version of Batman. Maybe they bring in Michael Keaton into the main storyline, or who knows, maybe they recast Batman in the Ezra Miller Flash world. I don't know what their plans are, but this picture here is very evocative. It's fan art. It's not an official set photo. A lot of this is fan art and stuff, but I think it evokes the imagination when it comes to what the DC extended universe could actually be. What they're going to be, introducing all these different timelines and things like that. It's going to make for great storytelling, just like Marvel. It's going to open the doors to storytelling that we've not yet seen on film, and it's going to be very interesting and a lot different than everything we've seen before. And it's going to keep audiences interested in the comic book genre moving forward. It's not going to get stale this way, and it's going to have all these new ideas going to be coming to fruition, and I can't wait to see that. And when it comes to Michael Keaton, it sounds like he's enjoying being Batman again. I know he's always kind of played on the fact like, I'm Batman. He's saying that like college graduations and things like that. So obviously he loved his time portraying the character. So hopefully he will still be around for many, many years, and he'll be able to play this character even more. And maybe even we could possibly even get a Batman Beyond storyline, possibly where maybe Michael Keaton's version of the character trains the new version of the Batman that's going to be in the DCEU. We could definitely go that route. There's definitely precedent for that in the comics and the animated shows and things like that. So I'd be interested to see that storyline if it actually plays out. So we'll see where they take this, but I'm glad that Michael Keaton seems to be having a good time coming back as the Cape Crusader. But the real question here is, guys, what do you guys think about the fact that Michael Keaton talks like it's like riding a bike again, putting on the Batman suit? And are you excited for the new Flash movie coming out next year? Do you think it's going to help the DCU get back on the right path, or are you thinking that the DCU is just doomed to fail at this point? Please comment down below. Let me know what you guys think, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And please hit that notification bell so you get all the notifications about when I put up new content right here on this channel. And until my next video, guys, take care.